Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Recovery Lab TV. I'm Chris, I'm your coach and therapist, and today we are going to be covering the lower body in a prehab format, okay? And what I mean by prehab is kind of injury prevention, corrective exercises, okay? Bulletproofing your lower body, bulletproofing and stabilizing those hips, knees, ankles, making sure you're kind of trying to your best to reduce those injuries and maximize performance. Okay. So first of all, how are you all? Hope you're all doing great, doing amazing. It is officially Friday. Sun is out. It's looking glorious for the weekend. Okay, so hope you all have an amazing day kicking off with this session. Let me know in the comment section how you're all doing. Here's Brian. How are we doing, buddy? Yeah, let me know how you're doing in the comment section. It's always great to hear you, see who's doing the class. Give it a thumbs up if you're having a good day so far. Let me know how you're doing throughout the session. If you have any questions regarding the stuff that I've touched upon today or I've touched upon this week, okay, that is what that comment section is there for, okay? Use it as an open question, open answer kind of thing, and let me kind of communicate with you, let me talk to you, let me respond to you, and we'll go from there, okay? The things you're going to need today: one, windows open in your house, okay? Get the air in because it is warm. I'm sat here, I'm feeling warm already. I'm not even doing anything. Make sure you have a drink, which is number two, okay? You're going to need a bar of some kind, okay? So a big pole, whether that's a brush, a mop, a specifically designed pole that you've created or you've bought, okay? And you're going to need a little raised object, okay? Now, for me, as you know, I've got a yoga block, okay? I'm going to use this as my raised object. Now, if you don't have one, it's okay. Don't be jealous. It's all right, I got you. All right, okay? So if you don't have one, it's absolutely fine. It just means you're going to do it in a different way. If you do have something, then great. If you have like your bottom stair in your house, and you're doing this in your living room, and you can see your stairs, you can see me from your stairs, then crack on and do it on there. Okay, it's always a great way of doing it. Good morning, everybody in the comment section. It's good to see you. So yeah, those are the things you're going to need. You're going to need possibly a resistance band, as and when I chuck that in as well. Okay, so with all the list being said and all the people forgotten about what I've said, that's cool. All right, gently come back, wind back, come in all the way over here, and we're just going to warm up for a second. Okay, so from there you're going to draw up nice and tall. Okay, just like so. What I'm going to do is just knock the camera down ever so slightly. So hold that position so you can see my hands and feet. There we go. So your back knee's on the floor, okay, if you can see that. There we go. And your foot is in a nice little right angle. Your wrist is right next to your ankle, and your other wrist is in line with the other two, okay? From there, you are going to place your hand on your shoulder. You're going to try your best to get that elbow on the floor. You're then going to come up. You're going to rotate, okay? Just like so. Hand back, elbow down, come up, and rotate. So just like that. There we go. That's it. Keep stretching out that groin. Big drive up. That's it. There we go. Good. Try and get a nice enough pace about it. Good. One more. Just like so. Swap sides. Ooh. Make sure your initial start is strong and good. Everything's in line. Okay. From there, hand on shoulder. Drop it down again. Tap. Good. Big rotate. Perfect. Okay. So tapping it. There we go. Good. Keep it up. So keep it going. Big rotation. Tap. Set. Set. Two more. Good. Last one. Awesome. Okay. So from there, something that we did the other day. Okay. So you're going to plant that foot down. You're going to sink it down just like so and draw up. Okay. So it's down as deep as you can and draw it up just like that. So draw those hips down deep as you can. Get that stretch in there. Bring your hips to your ankle. Drawing it forward. Good. Swap it sides. So deep as you can. Good. Big draw down, stretch out, keep that foot nice and flat, then come back up, drawing your hips, squeezing your bum, okay? So deep as you can. Good. Set. Two more. Good. Last one. Good. From there, what you're going to do, you're going to try and sink one foot down, okay? Ooh, cramp in. It's never good. Bring your one foot up like so, okay? What you're going to try and do is put your chest into your thigh, just like here. You're going to lift up and draw down, okay? So it's lifting up, stretching out the arch of your foot, stretching all out the back of your foot, coming down, and you're just gently rocking, keeping your foot glued to the floor, stretching that just like so. Good, last one. Good. From there, gently swap with sides. Now what this is going to do is just stretch out all the foot muscles. And although it kind of feels or may seem pointless, okay, what it's going to do is kind of really wake out the muscles in our feet. We never kind of look after the muscles in our feet. We just kind of let them do their job, and then all of a sudden we have a big problem when they don't start working like they should, you know. So it's time to invest in a bit of foot care, stretching those out, because today we're going to be challenging them when they're going to be working really hard, okay? So big stretch, keeping those toes down. Last one. Good job. Okay, so from there, grabbing your resistance bands, nice and so. If you don't have any resistance bands, it's not a problem. I bought these off Amazon by a company called Cyosin Fitness. Okay, don't know if you can see that. Pretty decent in all fairness. Cost I think around 15 to 16 pounds or something like that. Fabric bands. They're my first set of fabric bands, and in all fairness, as a man with hairy legs, they're brilliant because they don't pull the hairs off my legs. And another thing I like about the fabric type bands is the fact that they don't roll up into like a really kind of thin band like the kind of rubberized ones do. So if you haven't got bands, fabric ones
are probably the way forward, okay, just because they feel nicer and they seem a little bit more durable than the other ones, okay? So from there, hands on hips, feet just underneath your hips, okay, knees driven out, everything in line, hips up, tall as you can, squeeze in just like so. Try and keep your arms off the floor as well if you can, okay? So just hold your t-shirt, hold your hips, driving out just like so, just to wake it all up, get it all firing, ready for everything that we're about to do to our poor, poor bodies. In the name of perfection. Good, 10 seconds. Keep squeezing that bum. Should start to feel it already. Get them fired up. Sit, one more. Brilliant effort, good job. Okay, so relax, take your time. Okay, this next one, you're gonna bring your feet together. Okay, as you come up, you're gonna draw your knees out like so and come back down. Okay, so from a frontal perspective, okay, you're gonna draw it up, draw your knees out, back down. Okay, so make sure you tap the floor, gently coming back up, drawing them out, just like so. Okay, you ready? Going in 3, 2, 1, and go. Big drive up, knees out, feet flat, draw back in, tap. Good job. That's it. Keep it going. Big drive out. Good. 2 more. That's it. Perfect. Well done. Shake it out. Good job. Little moment. So, next one. Laying on the side. Your body as straight as you can possibly be. Your hand is out in front. Okay. Your back is nice and straight. Your neck is nice and straight. It's not up here. It's not down there. It's bang in the middle if you can. Right? You're going to tuck your toes up. You're going to draw out like so. Come up. Now, some of you are going to want to rotate your foot out like this. Just be aware of it and try to drive out from the heel. So your leg is dead straight. And you're trying to correct any of that kind of 10 to 2 foot duck-like walking, waddling position, okay, that most of us have. Right? So, you ready? 3, 2, 1. Big drive out. Tall as you can. Back as straight as you can. Neck in a strong position. Just coming up. Coming down at a consistent pace, like that. That's perfect. Good, nice and steady. Take your time. Doing great. Good, so 2 more. Good, last one. Brilliant. So, best spin around. That's how I practice that. So, just like that, toes up. Big drawn in, neck nice and neutral, back as straight as you can. More importantly, hips forward, squeezing your bum as you're doing this. There we go. Keeping those feet nice and straight, toes tucked up. Phenomenal. So last 2, last 1. Nailed it. So, done with the bands. Short and sweet, officially warm. Hips should feel rosy, if you know what I mean. How are we all doing? We okay? Grab a little drink now if you need it. Chuck your bands out of the way. Grab your flat objects, okay? Now, if you have a yoga block, okay, you'll notice that this is the tallest part, okay? This is the second tallest, and this is the flattest, okay? Now, this being the flattest is also the widest, okay? That is exactly where I want you to stand on, just because that is taller, okay, and it'll give you more depth, and I'll explain what I mean in a minute. Doesn't mean it's the most stable, okay? We want a little bit of height, but we want solid stability for what we're about to do, okay? Now, if you don't have one, don't worry, okay? Doesn't matter whatsoever. So this is your little curb, okay? So if you're a runner, okay, these exercises are amazing for a little warm-up. They have been proven to, as my Siri kicks on, there we go. Sorry about that. So as a runner, this has been proven to increase hip stability, okay, reduce knee pain, increase ankle stability, and bulletproof you ready for your run, okay? So it's a really good exercise. So if you have bad knees, okay, in general, if you are a runner, a cyclist, and you want to improve your performance, this is going to really help you. Now, you're going to place one foot on your raised object or on the floor, okay? Now I'll show you if you have a raised object first, okay? You're going to then stand up on it. Your balance is instantly going to be tested because you don't really stand on one foot, let alone stand on one foot on an object. You're going to put your foot tucked up, okay? And you're going to push your bum back. You're going to sink down, tapping your heel on the floor and coming back up, okay? It's a small movement, right? You're not looking to bring your bum all the way down to your ankle, sit on the floor and then stand up. If you can do that, then that's phenomenal. I want a video. If you can't, don't worry about it, right? So there's hands on the hips. It's really important that you draw your hip back first as you go down, tap, drive up. If you're experiencing knee pain at the front, it means that your knee is going forward first, not your hip, okay? So then start again, recorrect, and set yourself out. Now, if you don't have a raised object, it's exactly the same, okay? It's just naturally you'll have more stability, okay? And you're gonna sit back and you're gonna try and stretch your leg out a little bit more as you come out, okay? It's gonna challenge you a little bit more into that sitting position, right? So with that being said, gently get ready, stand on one leg. I'm using my left leg first. If you wanna use your left leg first, by all means, crack on. Just remember which one you're starting with, okay? So, big drive up. Balancing like so, hips back, deep as you can, and drive up. Big deep breaths. Shooting up nice and tall, challenging that stability. Two more. Good job, well done. Spinning around. You should already feel your ankle, lower leg on fire, and potentially your glutes, okay? You're trying to keep your knee from not driving inwards, drive it out where it's safe, okay? So swapping over, taking your time, okay? Focus on something that isn't moving. Nice and slow and steady with it, okay? You ready? And go. Two more. Good job, shake it out, okay? Grab yourself a drink, grab yourself a towel, have yourself a little rest. Take it easy. Try and take the weight off your feet. Feet off your weight. Take your weight off your feet. Grab a little seat, shake it out if you need to. Okay, have a little stretch if you need to. Okay, just try and relax. Go 30 seconds, nice and slow, nice and steady, okay? So this type of training has been proven. It's called proprioceptive training, okay? It is the #1 type of training to increase stability, power, strength, and reduce injury, okay? So it's super important, okay? It's basically equates to balancing work, okay? The more you improve your balancing, your landing, the mechanics of how you move, okay? Everything will improve, okay? So if you're injured, you don't want to be injured anymore, you will improve. If you are struggling getting that PB and you want to improve,
again, you will improve because you will move better, right? So it's worth investing in. There are so many studies out there, mine included, on how it can help. Running injuries, for example, number two, two top injuries are Achilles tendinopathy, so tearing your Achilles, and a lateral ankle sprain where you roll your ankle like that, okay? And it happens to 3 out of 4 runners, okay? So it's huge, right? This type of training all pretty much eradicates, right? So it's 75% of runners, 76% of runners improved and reduced their injury rate. So it kind of almost levels it out, right? So it's worth doing if you want to improve your stability, your performance. Just nowadays with pavements, the pavement the way they are, okay, especially in the winter, they're all uneven. So it's worth doing just for walking around the shops and stuff perspective. So balancing on that foot, going down, sit, let's go. Remember, hips back first. Shouldn't feel anything in that knee as you're doing it. There we go. Good, one more. Good job, spinning round. Big drive up. Ooh, taking your time. Focus on the balance and the quality of it. Don't just rush it. So if you're wobbling and all over the place, slow it down. Focus on 1 rep. Okay? Don't worry about 10. Focus on 1. So the last one. Good. Got 30 seconds. 1 more round, okay? How are we doing? Yeah. So, Jem, exactly like I said, right? Okay. All it is just proven research. It's already out there. The problem is we don't know where to look. We don't know where to find. Hell, I charge people for this information, and here I am kind of delivering it for free. So the best thing you can do is maximize that, absorb it, and I promise you, you invest 12 weeks into this, you will see a massive, massive difference in your performance, how good you feel, how sturdy you feel, and those little niggles, they'll just disappear. You know, like years ago, I got knocked off my bike, got hit by a car. I've got massive scarring. I don't know if you can see all around here from where that happened. I ended up tearing the little ligament on the side by here. See that little shiny mark there? Torn that. Okay, it was this type of stuff that made me injury free, you know. And at the start, like most people, I neglected it, didn't learn, didn't practice what I was preaching, you know. And I changed myself, changed my mindset, and started doing all the little nitty gritty things. And now I've been injury free ever since, you know. So it's worth doing, it's worth investing in. Okay, so keep it up, keep it going. We've got 1 more round. Okay, you ready? So nice proud chest, plant that foot, separate the toes if you can, give a little wiggle, foot up, hips down, big draw down, and big drive up. There we go. That's it. Good. 2 more. Set, last one. Good. Swap the sides. Woo. What about you guys? But I'm warm. So slowing it down, taking your time. Hips back. Ooh. There we go. Good. Slow and steady. I want to feel it on the side of your bum across here on the working leg. Doing awesome. Good. 1 more. Great job. Little drink if you need it, guys. Well done. Whoa. So, using your object. Okay. What you're going to do.
You're going to glue this in between your knees. You're going to actively squeeze your knees up against that object, so you're keeping it as solid as you can. Your legs are going to forget about it. Okay, it's going to be hard when they're challenged. You're going to want to drop that object. Your goal is to squeeze it as much as you can. Activate your inner groin, okay, where we tend to not to. Right, your arms are going to go palm flat. You're going to go from there in a nice right angle. You're going to go all the way over, keeping the shoulders down, squeezing your legs back to the middle, pausing, realigning, then coming over the top. Again, as I go this way, this shoulder is going to want to do that, okay? I'm actively pushing down with my shoulder and squeezing my legs to bring it back up. Try not to just go from one side and use the momentum and have no control over it, okay? These sessions are all about slowing everything down, learning how to feel what you're doing, because then that way you're going to know if it feels right and if it feels wrong, okay? You may forget the things I say, but you'll never forget those feelings, because like with anything in life, you know if it feels right and you know if it feels wrong, and whether you should be doing it or not, okay? So it's important to connect that emotional part to how you feel, and in order to do that, you need to slow it down so the information could be transferred, okay? So big squeeze, slowly going down, tense in, coming back up, back in the middle, stretching out, and really force those shoulders. Some of you might be finding this relatively easy for now, but stick with it. Focus on the control, and it will get challenging in a second. Good. So almost there, keep it up. One more each side. Gluing those shoulders down is the most important part. Focus on that and everything else will fall in line. Good. And relax. Okay, so the next one. You are either straightening the legs, holding it there, or you're going to try and trust yourself to hold it there, okay? That one's a lot harder. That one's like an in-between. This one, if it all hits the fan and you have to resort back to this, then crack on, right? So, big deep breaths, keep ready. You've got 15 seconds. The arms are exactly the same. The movement is exactly the same. But the further that block is up, okay, the harder it's going to be, especially when you're down here and you're trying to draw back up. It's going to be a tough one, all right? So, that being said, all the way by the ankles. Oof. So, ready? And go. Big drive down, rotating over, squeeze in. There we go. Focus on that breathing, okay? So squeeze as much as you can. Keep those legs as straight as you can and in line as much as you possibly can. Keep those shoulders down. Use those as the deciding factor of how low you go. Almost there, 10 seconds. Last one. Great job. How are we feeling, guys? We okay? Nails. Doing great. Have a little drink. Shake it out. You've got 30 seconds. We've got one more round like that where you've got it as far as you can. Okay? Goal is the shoulders. If you focus on the shoulders and slowly go down, yes, you're working against gravity, but it's going to really correct that upper body rotation that we worked on yesterday. But it's also going to help control those thigh movements. And you can see how interlinked they are. Without one, the other one has to work harder and vice versa. Okay? So it's really important that you kind of start learning this connected process. Okay, so we ready? Totally. Right, going to 3, 2, big deep breaths, slowly going over, making beautiful faces. There we go. That's it. Big push. Working those abs as best as you can, squeezing those legs in. You don't want to be dropping anything in between your legs. It's not the way to kickstart your Friday. That's it, 10 seconds, keep rocking them out. Good, well done. That was a good catch. So, driving up, getting a drink, chucking this out of the way, it's gone. How are we feeling? We okay? Exactly. So, go into the magic stick, okay? The bar, I mean. Okay, so what you're going to need is a big pole like so, okay? You're going to plant one foot. Now, we've done this in our regular classes before, if you've been a part of that, okay? You're going to slowly slide down, holding that stick. Okay, you're doing it better than that. Sliding down, going up, and standing up nice and tall, okay? So from the side, you look like Gandalf, okay? Coming down, tapping the floor, lovely little T shape, coming back up, okay? Use this pole as a guide. Use it if you need to and you get down there and you need to grab yourself up and use your arms to help you. That's completely fine. Try not to hurt yourself. It's all about challenging yourself whilst not injuring yourself, okay? So, gently getting ready, all right? If you remember the foot that you use first on the block, okay? You're going to use that foot first on this exercise, all right? So, gently getting ready, planting that down. This kind of wants to be just in front, ever so far. Okay, be aware that if there's furniture behind you, I don't want you kicking the table, smashing anything. So just be aware of that, and then slowly getting ready. Trying to draw this knee back, depending on your hamstring flexibility. You will see that my knee bends slightly. You're trying to draw up, and you're trying to shoot up. Okay, so it's slow and steady down. Nice and gentle. Tap in and shooting up. Okay. Drive through with your hips if you can. Tap, shoot back up. Brilliant job. That's it. Good. One more. Great job. Spinning around. So exactly the same. Stick on the opposite hand. Foot planted. Separate those toes if you can. Really kind of dig them into the floor. Right. The way I like to do it is imagine you're at the beach and you're trying to bury your foot into sand. That's the analogy that I like to use. One, because I like beaches, and two, because it's true. Sliding down, drawing up, big drive up. Try to have a proud chest. Try not to rotate your hips. You try to keep them as level as you can. You're trying to draw that knee back as much as you can. Now, if you can't touch the floor by doing both, then don't worry about touching the floor. Just go as deep as you can whilst keeping your back straight, your legs straight. Good. Doing amazing, guys. Honestly, keep it up. 2 more. Great job, okay? So this next one is spinning around. This time, the stick is going on your foot. Okay, you're tucking your foot up. This one is slightly harder than the last. Okay, so if you're struggling, really struggling, and doing struggling to do reps, if you will, just go back to the first stage, all right? So this is stage 1. If you can do stage 1, stage 2 is stick on top, okay? Hand holding there, you're trying to push it into your foot nice and gently. You're not trying to stab yourself or hurt yourself, okay? So just be aware of that. All right, you're coming down, just like so. Come in there, tapping the floor, and shooting up like that, okay? Keeping that leg straight, keeping that back as straight as you can. Draw your shoulders back. Nice and steady. Take your time. Good job. So really focus on what you're doing. Allow that foot to work, and by work I mean it's going to move around a little bit. That's a good thing. That's your nerves talking to the muscles, your muscles talking to your brain and each other. And that is what builds up stability and strength in those areas. So you want to encourage it. The more you're doing it, the better. And if you're really into your training, okay, it's really beneficial actually to do this when you're tired and fatigued and after your run or cycle or whatever sport you are part of, okay, because you actually improve your proprioception when you are fatigued, okay, because you think less and your body does more. And that's been proven as well. Great job, well done. Gently spin it around, other side. By now your foot should be on fire, like mine is. Okay, slow and steady, taking your time. One foot is always going to be worse. It's just about challenging it so it can get caught up with the other. Good job, keep it up. There we go. Big deep breaths. Two more if you can. Big stretch. Last one, if you haven't already. Nailed it. Nailed it. Right, so the next one, okay, it's going to be in the same position, okay, but what you're going to do, you're going to put one hand on the top of your foot, top of your head, top of your foot, and the other hand, you're going to hold the bar, and it's going to be in the crease of your bum, just like so. You're going to try your best to draw this arm back and out so it engages your shoulder blade, opens up the chest. You're going to have this one just buried into the crease of your bum, if you will. Now, if I am too tall for this house, okay, if I am using this leg to stand on and this leg to move back, I have this arm at the top, okay, and vice versa. So if it goes like that, then that is the way I do it, okay? Right, so you ready? Do it this way, which means I am doing it like that, yeah. Okay, so with all the confusion going on, moving on. So, you ready? Ready? 3, 2, 1. Slowly going down. This side's going to be a little bit more challenging now as you do it. So slow and steady down, quick and powerful up to help develop that strength and the power, both at a neuromuscular level and a muscle fiber level. Okay, so drawing that elbow back, it's going to want to bury down like this. Try and draw it back, open up the chest. That's going to be another big thing for you to remember. Slow and steady. One more. Take your time. Good job, well done. Swapping arms, swapping legs. Nice and steady. Last time, and then we're stretching, okay? Ready? Go to 3, 2, 1, and go. Nice and slow. There we go. So taking your time. Doing great, okay? So working incredibly hard. Keep it up, keep it going. Slow and steady is the way forward. Oh, 2 more. Good, last one. Great job, well done. Chicken Ninja 6 away. Whew, how are we all feeling? You okay? Incredibly warm. Don't know about you, but I'm sweaty. So, coming down, feet as flat as you can. You're going to try your best to sink your weight into your hips, just like so, okay? For those with knee issues, and it's a little sore, okay, you may want to come down, okay, and you may want to actively, slowly come down into that position. Maybe come back up a little, slow and steady. Come down, just like that. And then from there, what you're going to do is bring your arms nice and far forward, stretching out your back for a minute. Take a big deep breath now. Try and bring that heart rate back down. Try and slow everything down if you can. So from there, coming up, drawing forward into this position like earlier in the day. From there, you're going to try and draw your outside arm down, your inside arm down if you can, and have the flexibility. If not, look at me like I'm bendy and super flexible, even though I'm not. So from there, that inside arm, rotating it around, getting that upper back. So coming up. From there, leaning backwards. Now you're either going to go onto your foot by here, right? Balance up like you're catching the best wave of your life, okay? Or you're going to sit your bum down on the floor if this is too much for this knee, and hold onto your toes just like that, leaning forward, just like so, okay? So it's either on your toes, like you're a ninja, or on your bum, like a ninja. There we go. So swap it sides, exact same thing again, bringing it up, wrist down, just like so. Hope you all enjoyed today, okay? Some of you it's going to be different. Some of you are going to see this elsewhere, like in physio sessions and so on and so forth. But to me, I just hope that proves that, one, there's a lot of benefit in this type of stuff. And like Jem said, she's paid to see a lot of physios for this stuff. So it's really going to help you. It's really going to benefit you, okay? So enjoy it. Try and make the most of it and learn, okay? So bringing your elbows down. So these things, I find that you get a greater buy-in if you ask the questions that potentially you're thinking. There are no stupid questions by any stretch of the imagination. If there are, I've probably thought of them and asked them and said them. Okay, but the more you learn about these type of things, okay, the more you're going to invest in these sessions, and not only that, but the more you're going to invest in your own health as you do it. Okay, so rotating around just like so, because the more you learn about your body, honestly, it's one of the greatest investments that you can ever have, because it's only going to help you from now until forever. So big deep breaths, gently coming back and around. There we go. Got there eventually. Good. From there, grab yourself a seat. Bring your feet together, point your toes towards the screen, arms on the back, nice proud chest, stretching up and opening up that chest. And relax. You made it. You've done it. Another tick in the box. We are officially on Friday weekend tomorrow. Is anyone doing anything nice? That is the question. We've got all this sunshine coming in our way. Question is, what are we doing about it? So cross your legs. One across the top. Just like so. So swap the sides. Good. Shaking it out over the top. So last but not least, swap the sides. Great job. So don't forget to drink lots now. Get a good meal inside you, okay? Recover is the key, right? It's all about recovery. Stress your body, then recover. That is the best thing and the only way to be. Okay, so hope you all enjoyed today. If you did, give the video a thumbs up. It means the world. Okay, share it with your friends. Tell your friends about these sessions. Okay, more the merrier. Okay, spread the love. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Okay, so I'm going to be releasing a lot of videos on a regular basis now. There's a foam rolling video that got released yesterday. So if you haven't watched that and you're feeling a little bit sore, a little bit tense over the weekend, give it a little watch, and it literally explains everything to do with foam rolling, how you can look after yourself. So if you have regular sports massages, for example, this could save you a few quid. And it's another brilliant way of kind of looking after yourself and kind of enhancing that self-care. Okay, so like I said, give it a little click. Have an amazing weekend, guys. Honestly, thank you for joining me this week. Hopefully I'll see you next week on Monday. Have an amazing weekend, regardless of what you do, what you get up to, whether it's loads of things or kind of just relaxing the mind and the body. Enjoy it, and I'll see you soon, okay? You take care. It's been emotional. Have a lovely day, okay? And I shall see you soon.